Hello and welcome to my video review of the American Standard Portsmouth single control kitchen faucet with cast spout. So my previous faucet in the kitchen actually had a malfunction where it was actually a unit that you could actually pull the sprayer out from the main faucet here, which is handy until the point where the sprayer was constantly on because the valve inside of that had actually broken somehow and it was unable to be replaced. And so I had to literally get a new faucet. And so I actually requested this one through the Seats program at Home Depot. And one of the crucial details was that it be completely metal, other than small parts like the sprayer nozzle, and underneath the main faucet there was a nozzle as well, which is mostly plastic, but that's pretty typical. What I am using it for is actually for the dishwasher, which is why the sprayer being on constantly was a major problem, because those dishwashers can't operate unless they have full pressure from the faucet. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to demonstrate how it works. So what you do is you actually just lift the handle up. For hot water, you just push it over to that side. Cold water, over to the other side. So I'm going to use it for hot water, and you can see it is having water come out this faucet. This is basically a release here, pressure release valve, and there's no water coming off of the sprayer, which is good because I'm not spraying. If I depress the handle, obviously water comes out. I release it, water stops. Exactly what's supposed to happen. And now I'm going to activate my dishwasher, and we will see that as soon as it begins here in a few seconds, it should actually start pouring water. And you can see water is going through the faucet, goes through the release valve, but not out of the sprayer like it was before. So overall, I'm very pleased. This was actually not the easiest installation to do, because if you look at the instructions, they show a washer, plastic washer number 9 by the top section of the faucet, and a plastic one by number 4. Now, yeah, number 4 looks a little bit thicker, but it's not super obvious. The two plastic washers, rubber washers that you get with the kit are not 100% dissimilar from each other. It's only a slight variation in their thickness. So you have to be very careful. Also, for the retaining ring, which is part number 6 on the left and right on the bottom to hold the main faucet onto the sink, they don't actually show you which direction to orient it. So what I do is I actually staged my faucet beforehand so that I could determine what was a logical orientation. And as it turns out, there's only one way that's logical. So yeah, you'll want to be careful about that. Other than that, though, I mean, the instructions on the second side, pretty simple. Install a sprayer holder. It's pretty much dummy proof at this point. Test installed faucet. What they don't tell you to do, which I would absolutely do, because the faucet that was installed beforehand by professional contractors was actually installed incorrectly. It did not have plumber's tape. That will prevent you getting water damage, which is actually what I got in my kitchen sink under cabinet area. This is actually water damage here. It's MDF, and it's actually collapsing the whole thing. So when you put on the connections back here to the main hot and cold water, make sure that you put plumber's tape. It is a white tape, and it's very thin. It basically seals up any gaps on the screw head and the bolt head that screws on. That will make sure that you have a watertight seal so that you do not have what I ended up with. Not only collapsed MDF board for flooring, but also some mold actually on some items that I have to clean up now. Not to mention the whole cabinet has to be replaced. So yeah, plumber's putty, which you can see they used on the PVC, not really good enough for those connections. You really just need to use plumber's tape. So I'm actually going to knock off a star on this review for them not providing 100% complete instructions, as well as instructions that are a little bit vague. But as far as the hardware, I'm definitely pleased. This is a solid piece of hardware. It is quite heavy. When you lift it out of the box, you're going to be shocked at how heavy this faucet is, because it is literally almost 100% metal. It's not like the cheaper plastic one that we had before. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, you can always reply to these videos. I do open them up for comments, and I try to respond in a fair amount of time. Thank you.